Yo, what's up? It's your favorite homegirl, Chrshy to go, back with another reaction video for show. What's up? I hope y'all been doing good. I hope you're having a great week and a great start to your weekend. As you can see, we're back. We're back for part 2 of Lou from Tay and Lou. And it's called My Side. Again, if you've seen her original video already, you know why I'm here. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Part of me doesn't even know why I'm actually here. Because as you saw from my last reaction video, it was a lot of duplicated content from, or let's not call it content. These are people's real lives. So more duplicated messages rather from previous incidents that had transpired from Tay and Lou, right? So this said, honestly, I'm at a point where I'm kind of like, okay, maybe Lou is just trying to vent, trying to get her side out. She doesn't feel she was able to express herself thoroughly in the midst of the chaos that happened before. And I don't know what to expect. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but this is my first time actually watching it. Yes, I saw it earlier today pop up on my timeline, but I made sure it was my due diligence not to watch it before I got home, got settled, and was able to give it my undivided attention. That said, I don't have too much to say crazy for this intro. Really, like I said, I'm at a loss for words because yesterday the build up, right? We all know Lou isn't that tech savvy, right? So she'll approach the conversations. It's been 4 days at this point of us waiting for her to actually reveal or to just express what it is she's trying to say. But again, as she's addressed herself, no victim or anyone in their own personal situation doesn't have to explain to us or anyone else why they took the time that they took and the approach that they took to express themselves that would help towards their healing, right? So all of that to say, I'm open to hear what she has to say. We're here to kind of just dissect what has been given to us. And without further ado, we ain't gonna hold up this intro too long. Thank y'all for tapping in with me as always. But you know what we gotta do before we get into the intro or to the video? Drop that intro, baby.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, go. I would never make you pick and choose. Nah, pick and choose. Nah, yeah.
I chopped that bitch to deuce when she tried to leave me. And ever since then, the back been looking healthy.
Yep. Okay, so we already got it queued up. It's a 32-minute long video. Interested to see what's happening here. I kind of skimmed through. It looks like she's majority talking. Pretty sure we'll get a few at the end. We see a couple of receipts. We don't know if these are going to be the same text messages. I don't know what timeline Lou is basing all of this off of. But if you saw updates, Tay has stated that she's reached out to her attorneys and now she's getting legals involved, and we don't know what's gonna come from this, but here we are. Let's just hear her out and see what she has to say. Let's do it.
At around 3 o'clock, I received an email from someone who claims to be Tayleen's legal representation.
Okay, that's good. January 31st, 2024. A very recent, roughly, what's today? The 2nd. 2-3 days ago, update from Lou, because everything up until this point had been from months ago. And not saying it's old news, but even her just reposting it didn't clarify or add any extra details of what she was trying to say. So I'm glad we have more recent information to go off. But let's see what she's talking about.
I'm going to more than likely put the email somewhere on the screen.
You playing? It says, "Dear Mrs. Reed," they done put her whole government out here. "I represent Tayleen Page, Tay's real government. It's getting crazy. Related to your defamatory." Okay, defamation. I know defamation. I ain't heard them say defamatory. Okay, they serious. "And harassing social media posts and actions that have occurred for the past several months. As you are no doubt aware, Mrs. Page is a successful social media influencer whose content reaches millions of people, and Mrs. Page earns a substantial livelihood from her social media platforms. First, I want to comment on that. I just want to say, what was the reason? If this was typed by an attorney, this is starting to give me, again, if you've been seeing some of my other reactions, OG Wise and Graham sent a lot of reactors some cease and desist, and it was getting to the point where it seemed like it was typed by them and not attorneys or legal professionals from that standpoint. But this is giving, I guess, the undertones for me. Yes, as the text says, as you are no doubt aware, she's very aware how successful Tay is. And I was speaking to my girlfriend about this because, again, just like I told you guys in the intro, I'm not sure why Lou is deciding to do this, other than the fact, like she said, of wanting to clear her name because her reputation has been very tainted, is not, if not destroyed, throughout this whole unraveling of their relationship, right? But yet Tay has been able to capitalize off of her TikTok following. And that said, I honestly just feel like one of Lou's biggest issues is the amount of success Tay has had, but off of the back of what they created together. And then for her to feel slighted in all of this and not be able to move on with her life and capitalize off of what they actually created together, it's like, it's like a blow to the stomach, right? But anyway, moving forward, it says, however, since the end of your romantic relationship with Mrs. Page, you have engaged in a campaign of lies and falsehoods that are intended to personally, professionally, and financially harm Mrs. Page. Each and every one of your posts and comments related to Mrs. Page constitutes defamation per se and provides the basis for monetary damages. Moreover, it has come to my attention that yesterday, January 30th, 2024, you posted a threatening, sorry, I'm country, guys, a threatening video on your TikTok page that was intended to harass and intimidate Mrs. Page, as well as to cause her to lose social media followers, i.e., cripple her income stream. Yesterday, you also conducted a lengthy live stream wherein you continue to berate, defame, falsely accuse, and threaten Mrs. Page. Your conduct will no longer be tolerated. Wow. Sorry, that's dramatic, but at this point, for you to tell somebody, this is from your ex, they sent a letter, whether from them or from an attorney, that says your conduct will no longer be tolerated. These are shot fired, because respectfully, relationships go both ways. So I'm interested to see what Lou got to say in the rest of this video. Let's finish this out. Mrs. Page hereby demands the following: that you cease and desist from referring or referencing Mrs. Page in any further social media posts. 2, that you remove all current posts that references Mrs. Page. And 3, that you admit in writing that you have no claim to any proceeds from Mrs. Page's former YouTube channel. What the? I know you lying. They can't be talking about the Tay and Lou channel. All right, let's just let this play out. Again, at the bottom it says, please be sure that if you fail to agree to the above demands, Mrs. Page will take formal legal action seeking compensatory. Why you just can't say the regular words, y'all? Compensatory damages, punitive damages, costs, pre and post judgment interest, and attorney fees. Wow. Sincerely, the person that we don't see their name. Okay, let's just keep this going. Wow, though. That is crazy.
On this email, there were about 3 demands that were given to me. The first demand was that I cease and desist from referencing Tay in any future or current social media post. The second is that I remove all posts that reference her currently, that I admit in writing that I have no claims to any proceeds from our Tay and Lou channel.
That's why I was like, was it the Tay and Lou channel?
She took down our YouTube channel. I'm not surprised by this at all. I 110% do believe she is doing this because she wants to stop me from speaking about my experience with her on this channel or any channel. I believe I received this email because she thinks that this will intimidate me to silence myself, and I will no longer be silent when it comes to Taylene Page, aka Brooklyn Breed. This correspondence is not going to silence me. I'm going to share what I've been through with this person. I'm going to share every incident, every trauma, and I will not let her further continue to try to intimidate me and silence me.
Wow. This is sad.
I am not violating any type of law by speaking about specific and true events that happened to me during the duration of my relationship with Tay.
Right. If you
it is
guys,
illegal for me to also defend myself from her defamation of my character and of my life.
I was going to say, guys, to be clear, defamation basically is defined as, in layman's terms, is the falsehood or false claims publicly against someone, right? So in order to defame someone, you have to be essentially lying, basically. And we're not clear on either side what is true and what isn't. Again, everyone says there's 2 sides, 3 sides to every story, her side, and then the truth in the middle. But I don't see where I think Lou has defamed Tay at all, honestly. But we're still here to see what that picture that Tay painted of Lou actually is, right? So let's just keep it moving.
The correspondence states and alleges that I have been harassing her. This is completely false. I have not spoken to Taylene in about a year. I have not tried to contact Taylene in about a year. Tay claiming that she's threatened or feels afraid to contact me, or that we have any type of mutual friends that we could have contacted, is completely false. We have none of that. Out of response for my video that I posted, telling her to remove our YouTube channel, rightfully so, she then got into the internet yet again and put herself in the position of a victim. She manipulates and she cries in order to garner sympathy because nothing that she's saying is the truth. She got on there and said that I threatened her, which I have not done. And she got on there and said that she's afraid to contact me. This is a woman who is not afraid of me, physically or emotionally. The videos that you guys have seen of me being irate, me being angry, me being physical with Tay are all reactionary videos.
Speak to it, though.
You guys have never seen
reactionary of her initial physical contact. That's key, guys. We've been waiting. This is the updated information that I'm talking about. Not saying that it needed, again, to be given to us, but it adds extra context, right? Because what we saw is presented solely of Lou being the aggressor. Now, and I can admit that I've stated just from watching previous content that is given that Tay has definitely had some mental y'all know what I'm trying to say, throughout this situation. And if you antagonize and provoke someone, I'm guilty of it. Again, I've seen it, whether in adulthood or just throughout high school or different things. I've been written up and been told, like, if you poke at somebody or you tell somebody, hit me, I dare you to hit me then, and then they actually hit you and y'all fighting, whether you win or lose, you're equally at fault because why? You provoked them. And yeah, I had to unlearn that mentality because it used to be, well, somebody hit you first, then you got all free range to boo boo boo, right? But again, in the reality of how life really works, you cannot provoke people. So instigating, that's what we call it. Boom. That's the word. Instigating things is equally as bad as the physical contact that came after the instigation, if that makes sense.
A video of Taylene intoxicated because I was not grabbing my phone to record her. Didn't have a phone to grab because she took it.
Dang.
She may have ample amount of videos like that. However, I have a video that I'm about to show you guys, and I will explain what you hear. And even though to some of you it may not amount to much, to those who have enough brain to dissect what it is and to actually open your eyes, this woman to me was my abuser.
Wow.
And there's no other way of putting it. Time and time again, she's hopped on this internet and spoken about me. In my experience, she was a master of manipulating me, a master of abusing me mentally, financially, and physically. And because I did not have the tools to record her, and because she ran to the internet with this first, because I am not the first one to come to the internet with this horrible stuff.
Very true.
Because she showed you guys that stuff first, there is now a story on the internet of me being an alcoholic abuser. And I want to go ahead and play this video yet again. It may not amount to much to some of you, but this is one peek, because I was able to salvage this one video after asking family members, this, that, you guys, because I was secretly emailing my family members random videos, because she would take my phone, and if she goes through it and she sees a video
she
of
gonna
her
delete
acting
it.
crazy, she would delete it. So I just so happen to have a few videos. And this one right here, I want you guys to just take a moment and listen.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I gotta get my empathic emotions together and separate myself from this, because this is triggering me a little bit. Whew. All right, everybody, take a moment, take a breath. I don't know what she's about to show, but I'm bracing myself, because again, what Tay showed was enough, but I didn't react to it because I told y'all DV is not a topic that I play with. I can give y'all extra personal context, some of my own personal experiences and some experiences that I've seen just growing up throughout life. But at the same time, DV is something that none of us should ever play with, because yeah, just violence in general, but definitely DV. You're supposed to care about the people that you swear that you love and you hold close to you. But that's a whole nother conversation. Just okay, Chrshy, are you ready? You ready? Y'all ready? All right, let's do this.
And we can speak about it.
At the end of the day, you're stalking me. Put that on me. You're stalking me at this point. At this point, bro.
Who's knocking?
So get her out. Get her out.
It's okay.
Get out, bro. You're not allowed to be me anymore.
It's okay.
First of all, Jaleesa, can I say?
You're not allowed to be with her anymore. SMH, we were good just an hour ago. I'm not allowed to be with her anymore. I don't know who this person is, but let's hold on. Damn. What is the back? Hopefully she gives us the backstory to what's happening in this scene. Damn.
And we can speak about it.
At the end of the day, you're stalking me. Put that on me. You're stalking me at this point. At this point, bro.
Bro, we can hear you.
So get her out. Get her out.
It's okay.
Get out, bro. You're not allowed to be me anymore.
It's okay.
First of all, Jaleesa, can I say something?
Yes,
First of all,
of
did I
course.
text you
Get
about
the
her?
fuck out of my life.
Who is Jaleesa? And did she say, did I text you about her hitting me? Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. If I go watch it on your own. If you don't need my extra commentary. First and foremost, love y'all, but I don't need that in the comments. I'm trying to figure out and dissect what's happening here.
It's okay.
First of all, Jaleesa, can I say something?
Yes,
First of
of
all,
course.
did I text you
Get
about
the
her?
fuck out of my life.
No,
This
you never
girl,
texted me.
okay, no problem. But she punched me in my face, sitting right here. But because I didn't catch
Look
it on
at her
video,
face. Look at her
It
face.
doesn't matter if you
This is-
it doesn't matter.
Taylene,
It doesn't matter.
you sit up here, you're drunk.
Jaleesa,
Just
look
calm
at my face,
down.
my face.
Phone drops to show my
It doesn't
face.
matter if you
Phone drops phone to show my face.
It doesn't matter.
Taylene,
It doesn't matter.
you sit up here, you're drunk.
Jaleesa,
Just
look
calm
at my face,
down.
my face.
Calm,
It
Taylene.
doesn't matter. Okay, it's right now doesn't matter because I can
So
all I care
let her
about is that
go.
you guys are okay.
Let
So
her
let's
go.
talk about you need your space
Let
and
you
you
go.
go.
But here's the thing, I can't stay in the room. Like, she told me to go.
I'm
Where?
not-
I'm
I said she told me to go, but go where? I have no money. Empath is empathing. Crochet. Get it together, get it together. That is so sad. This has been the pinnacle of the issue that I saw when all of this transpired. Because yes, DV from a physical standpoint is never okay. But I've seen it and what it looks like verbally, mentally, emotionally. And that's something you can't tangibly put your hands on. You can physically see a punch to the face and a bruise and a scar, but you can't see the internal abuse that people talk about. Well, why don't you just leave? Why don't you just leave? It's not that easy. When people have taught, you'll never be nothing without me. You know, certain stuff that people say to you to make you feel like you have nothing but them. And then you add to the fact what we know to be true. They both expressed the money was mainly going to Tay. So for whether, again, and I'll admit, sometimes, and I'll just say women, sometimes, whether right or wrong, they'll become submissive to the point where they like to be led, right? But sometimes if you let the wrong person lead you, whether male or female, it becomes this constant narrative of that level of control and how they manipulate that control, i.e., you not having the money to support yourself to leave if you really wanted to. Anyway, reading the rest of this. Whenever we did anything, I was always at risk of being stranded. And the risk was real because I've slept outside at least 3 times in my relationship with her. Dang. She would do this every time we argued, big or small.
Colleen, you need to go ahead and drink some water. Drink some damn water. Because I have every video on here.
The video that you guys just saw was on a weekend in Brooklyn in a hotel. We did what we usually do. We checked.
Y'all, hold on. My phone dying, and I ain't gonna lie. In the middle of this, I need to go get my charger real quick.
Some drinks.
Wait, where did she say they were at?
Was on a weekend in Brooklyn in a hotel.
Cool.
We did what we usually do. We checked in. We went to the bar. We had some drinks. Had a good time at the pool. Had drinks at the pool. We were equally inebriated. And in that video, what you see is her being so irate and delusional and manipulative. At one point, you heard her say, she's a stalker. She's a stalker. She was saying,
which I was curious about. Am I zoomed in, or did she just frame this out of screen? Okay, I think it says that wasn't her cousin present. Someone who knew the truth. Just imagine, and usually it wasn't. Okay, I'm confused. 99% of the time, it was the police she would call on me, and always after having started or provoked the situation. Calling the police is wild. Unless you're ready to really be donezo, getting the cops involved is next level.
her cousin. You guys, I was in a relationship with her. We checked into the hotel together. How was I a stalker? She would get so intoxicated, so belligerent. I would be a stalker. I then was a thief. Out of nowhere, she would pull these crazy accusations out. And for the first time, because she was so inebriated and I actually hid my phone well enough that time, I had my phone long enough, because I did not have it all night, because she did eventually get it. I had it long enough to record her and to send that video to my best friend. In the video, like I told you guys, I'm sorry, I'm shaking.
No, I know this is a lot.
In the video, as I said, we were equally inebriated. We had a great time. But her cousin came into the room because Taylene was yelling. And on top of that, right before her cousin came into the room, Taylene had just hit me square in my mouth.
Damn.
I also would like for you guys to note my calmness in the video. Like I said, we both were equally inebriated, but I want you guys to compare the videos y'all have seen of me. I was past my breaking point. I've already been fighting at that point. I already was in a reactionary state when you guys saw me doing the things that I did. That's the way the fights start. Me speaking the way you guys saw me speak, me trying to rationale with this woman. Every time it starts like that, and then something physical happens. Either she will take my phone, pull off my wig, and then there's nothing anyone can tell me to say I can't defend myself. Next, I'd like to speak about...
That's true. I want to comment on that because none of what has transpired that we've seen is right. Right? Correct? But that's not to say that they aren't both equally wrong, because the hard reality for anyone to grasp onto when you love someone or think you love someone is to walk away, and not just walk away for the time being. Yeah, in that first or second, max third time. But when someone shows you, or two people, those two individuals saw who each other were over and over and over again, you have to choose yourself. And unfortunately, Tay may have had her own reasons of why she didn't feel she could leave Lou, narcissistic or not. The reasons behind whatever the reasons that she felt she couldn't leave. But Lou has expressed to us over and over again she financially had nowhere to go. So again, I understand it, but it's a point where you just have to walk away. Even if you have to leave with nothing before you constantly put yourself through this type of situation.
Pretty much the history and the background of alcoholism in our relationship.
Right. They
the
talked
nature
about that.
of our relationship was drinking. When we were happy, we drank. When we went out, we drank. When we were just in the house, we drank. If we weren't doing nothing, we drank. But the key point about all of this drinking that transpired in our relationship with each other, all substances that were brought into my life while I was with Tay, into the house when I was with Tay, all was brought and given to me by Tay. Every time I had a drink and became whatever it is she's told y'all that I was, she gave me that drink repetitively, drink after drink after drink. The next day we'll do it.
Do y'all hear that walking or something? At first I thought it was my background. Then I was like, okay, maybe she got some neighbors, but this don't look like an apartment. But now it sounds like I hear walking overhead. So if y'all hear that, that's not me in my house. This the video.
We do it. We drank pretty much every day. That's what we did. And if her truth is her truth, or any truth, I find it really hard to believe, and I think that you guys would find it hard to believe, that if you were being abused by someone and you were so fearful, so afraid to reach out to me, so afraid of me, you would not repetitively give me the environment and give me the liquor to indulge. You created these environments. You bought every bottle. I had no money to buy anything. Once again, there's no way that if this woman was fearful of me because of my alcohol consumption, that she would supply me alcohol every day. You guys saw it in the videos. Later on, you guys saw it in the streams. She literally will physically hand me my drink. Every substance, every form of alcohol that came into the house through Taylor. Now, I met Tay when I was, 25? When I met her, as far as my relationship with alcohol is concerned, she was completely privy to. When I met her, I was an atmosphere model currently.
You were currently something also assigned, published, and booked high fashion model before I met her. She told y'all I was a scammer, broke, jobless, and homeless. All lies. I didn't and still don't have to lead with my accolades to have people like me. It's just time y'all are made aware that I was definitely making it on my own. Respect. Okay. Okay, Lou out here modeling. And I know her best friend does a lot of modeling too. So I always wonder why Lou wasn't in it, but she has been and was. Mercedes, Lifestyle Magazine, Glamour. Oh, she did big publications. Okay.
Next on Dress to Kill.
I have to incorporate this pair of pattern
Oh,
tights.
wow. She was on Dress to Kill.
Colors and the print and the silhouette.
I used to get paid to go to
Wow.
clubs to drink, well, the appearance of drinking, drink whatever it is that you prefer to do. And that's what I used to get paid to do. So alcohol has always been in my life. Even before then, I still like to drink even before that job. My drinking has affected me as far as what I want for myself.
Right.
My drinking has never put Tay in harm. As soon as I drink, I do not flip a switch and become an abusive person. And this is everything she tried to, I guess, convince you guys that I was, which is the furthest thing from the truth. And the reason why we know that's the furthest thing from the truth is because she continuously drank with me. I understand why so many people have put themselves in a position, not against me, but thinking that I'm a bad person, thinking that I'm an abuser and alcoholic. I did not know, because I'm learning, I did not know how to respond to something and not make myself look like a victim, even though I am. That's not a title that I've ever been comfortable with holding. So when all of this happened to me, and you guys, this is not happening to Tay, this happened to me. When she got onto the internet and she defamed my character, I handled it as the only way Lou knew how. I stepped away, I defended myself, which is the videos that y'all saw.
Might I add, leaving out pertinent details and discussing little to nothing about the abuse I think she meant experience.
I left it alone. At that point, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there wasn't no leave it alone so I can go heal. I was already healed. We had 3 months of no contact. And when I say healed, you guys, this was a 5-year relationship. I was at a good space is what I mean to y'all. There was no sadness about the situation. I still felt under all current of unfairness, because you get into the internet and say I'm an abuse of this and I'm an abuse of that and all of these things, which you and I both know aren't true. After having gone through that and handled it maturely, because none of this had to be on the internet, especially seeing as though it's a lie. If this was Tay's truth, I would stand by it and I would take accountability and I would let her get her due. However, none of that is correct and none of that is true. I was uncomfortable. I'm no longer uncomfortable. I was completely uncomfortable, even though I was wronged and victimized and abused throughout this entire relationship. I was uncomfortable with showing you guys that that's where I was. I was uncomfortable with showing you guys that I am a victim. Not was, I am still currently a victim of Taylene. She's currently still trying to silence me. She's currently still trying to control me and manipulate me. There's no reason why she can get onto this internet and say, why does my healing has to start with her hurt when she showed the way? And I'm not even trying to hurt this woman. I have not gotten onto this internet and asked for any money. The video that I did, I requested no money. I don't want my cut and what's due to me, even though I'm due so much. I don't want that. I wanted my art, my likeness, off of the internet, controlled by Tay. She's controlled so much of my life for so many years, and I'm done with it. I'm done. The reason why I feel like my words should resonate quite heavily with you guys, because I've shown you guys consecutively who I am. I came to Taylene with family, connections, and community. I left from her with nothing. No family, no community, because this is the life that she has. She wanted me to have no family. She wanted me to have no community. I have fostered such meaningful relationships over these last years that you guys have seen me, and I still continue to do so. Meaningful, long-lasting relationships. And as this continues to go on, you guys will see that that is not present on.
She cycles new people into her life, a new best friend, and every year a new rock. A new best friend every year, a new rock every other year. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I was just sitting here thinking, I wonder what Tay's new boo, we've all seen in her TikTok crush turned girlfriend Love, thinks about this resurfacing. I'm really curious to know what conversations are being had about this.
Other side of this. I may not be a lot of things. I know I have my vices, things that I'm currently working on. But one thing I've always been on the internet and off of the internet is accountable. I've gotten onto this internet and told you guys my truth from the moment this has happened. I have not been honest with you guys over the life of Tay and Lou, because yet again, who wants to come in here and say, hey, I'm being abused? You guys loved that
That's
channel.
true.
You guys loved that brand, and I felt an obligation to uphold those lies. And to you, I do apologize. Accountability has never been an issue for me. Lie after lie about me has been told to you guys. And for quite a while now, I think it's been about 9 months that you guys have had to sit with these lies. But within those 9 months, you guys, I have been thinking, and I can't call it brewing, but I realized I had to say something, because it is not just me who have experienced such horrific behavior from this person. I've witnessed multiple people go through similar things that she put me through. I don't think anyone has ever dealt with the level of abuse that I dealt with her, but I've witnessed her manipulate and lie and hurt people here on TikTok, here on YouTube, and in her personal life, even down to her own family members and best friends. I am accountable for lying to you guys over all of those years and putting up a facade as if what wasn't going on in the back was completely toxic and unacceptable. I hold myself accountable by knowing in my head that alcohol in our relationship would eventually lead to a fight. I tried to give us grace because it made us happy. It made us, motivated to do videos and everything like that. So I always lied to myself and say, this time, this won't happen. And every time it did. So I take accountability for knowing the effects of alcohol and how I continue to use alcohol in the relationship with Tay.
Now, I respect that. I respect that 100% because if you think about the timeline of how all of this is played out too, they were together, 5-6 years? This all for us hit the fan 2022. That was a good 2 to 3 years that they spent in COVID. And I don't know if you guys have seen the sentiment, but it's been a constant conversation. I've heard it on the radio, in peer-to-peer conversations, personal life, of how alcohol has affected us post-COVID, right? And well, what I'm trying to say here is it definitely in isolation in time where we were all at home, we were all nothing else to do but just sit and wait to figure out what the world was gonna become after that. A lot of us, whether it was watching Versus online, discovering your new favorite content creator, a lot of people became popular around that time. But alcohol also took a rise. A consumption of alcohol went to an all new level. And I can even admit my own personal life, I have a similar experience to Lou, where it was like from college to dibbling dabbling in the entertainment industry, from the music angle of things, and being a socialite per se here in Atlanta, you are constantly surrounded by alcohol. Then you mix that with COVID hitting, and now one of the only things you can do is chill at home and drink. So everybody was doing it, and it became a thing where it was a part of everybody's day-to-day life more than it probably was any years before that transpired. And I myself, and I've been hearing that we're just now starting to really grasp the reality of what that has done to us and how it's become a crutch that people are dependent, like she said, every single day, whether we're happy, sad. It's a vice for so many different things. But I am very proud, I will admit that, and say here right now that even from both of their angles, what is the point and what is the gain of bashing someone that you once loved, but bashing anyone for their suffering with an addiction and with a problem? So for Lou to come and say, not only did I suffer from that, and I'm not saying, in Lou's words, she's not saying she was the most perfect person on alcohol while consuming alcohol, but it's acknowledging what you've done and how you want to do things differently. It's taking accountability. And like she said, one part of taking accountability is to admit and acknowledge how low you were and how hard things had become. And sometimes that is you being a victim, whether it was a victim of her and her relationship or a victim to alcohol. It's okay, because the first step to healing is accountability, and you cannot heal. I don't care what nobody says, Tay, anyone else. You aren't truly healed if you've never taken accountability, period. And until I see that personally, I cannot believe that people are really doing the internal work to move forward. Like, you have to take the accountability first and just acknowledge that the you dealt with wasn't okay, but that you're gonna do what you need to do moving forward to change it.
I'm 110% accountable for every scratch or any bodily ailment she may have incurred while I had to defend myself against her. I am 110% accountable for every scratch she showed you guys, for any bodily ailment she may have suffered, from our physical altercations, but I need you guys to make not one mistake. I was defending myself. I was not initially aggressing her. I was not creating a situation to aggress her. I never initially just hit her or punched her in her face. She always physically aggressed me first. Not with words, physically. And that's when everything will then go downhill. I take accountability for the scratches, but I am not sorry. I'm not sorry for defending myself.
A lot.
I find it should be very easy for you guys to sniff out all of her deception because Taylene has not been accountable for not one thing that has transpired. And anyone who
What did I just say? Accountability.
See their role in a situation as horrific as this, you cannot trust someone who has no accountability. I could never trust her. And now it's all up to you guys whether or not you want to trust her words about me. I want to make it very clear that I am in no way a woman scorned. In no way am I bitter. I've gotten onto this internet plenty of times now. There's plenty of clips of me saying that I wished her the best, that I wish nothing but good things for her. There's no room in me, because of my healing journey, to wish any type of bad on anybody. I don't treat people that I love, because you guys,
I was just about to say that.
For 5 years, I love Tay.
I feel like she genuinely
I don't treat
loved
people
her.
that I love
Crazy.
like that. So I know a lot of the comments is saying, move on, do this, do that. You're just giving bitter. No, I'm ready to stand up for myself and pick up the pieces of my life and move on finally. And there's not one person on this stream, wherever you're watching it on this YouTube, if you were in my position of abuse and neglect for all of those years, that once you actually have your community and your family back and they've rewarded you for all of these months, damn near going on a year now, that you're not going to want to get what's owed to you. And what's owed to me is for you guys to know who I am and the truth. Money is not owed to me. Money's not owed to me. I worked my ass off on that channel. I cooked, I inspired, I did my part. But what's owed to me is for you guys to know that I am not that person that she tried so hard, and honestly, I would say successfully, tried to convince y'all I am.
And I want to add to that, though, for everyone saying, well, Tay created the channel and she did most of the editing. One, Lou was still a willing body and participant. And two, from what I saw, a lot of those meals, if they weren't to-go orders, were made by Lou. Even down to ones where you could see, like, again, like I said, I kind of went back and watched and kind of noticed some of the mannerisms of different things that had happened between them as all of this other stuff unfolded. And it was like going back to kind of see were there obvious signs of what they were going through. And it was episodes or videos where Lou was literally cooking full meals to try to please Tay and create this new environment, and you could tell something behind the scenes had happened, but it was Lou trying to smooth things over. And all of that to say, she was making meals willingly, forcefully, convincingly, just trying to do whatever to please her woman while not getting access to the money at all, according to what she's telling us, right? But again, I can admit, I don't know how y'all feel about mukbangs. Y'all know my history of mukbangs. If you've been on my channel a while, I love a good ASMR and mukbang. So watching them, when my girlfriend did tell me about them before all of this hit the fan, was a sense of solitude, was a place to go and just feel liberated, and also watch some really great eats equally contributed from Lou cooking these meals. So for everyone saying Tay just set up a camera and edited it, who created the content to be filmed? The food matters. Come on, man. Everybody played their role. So let's not downplay Lou's contribution to that channel. Yeah, even now we see she is not the most tech savvy. It took us 5 days, girl, to get this video even just hear her piece. It months too for her to clarify old stuff that had already been thrown out there. But that's never to take away or negate the fact that that's why I see Lou. I see how unfortunate it was to allow yourself to be mentally abused and taken advantage of by someone because you wanted to give your all to them. And that's not to say that the physical abuse didn't happen from both parties, but I definitely can see the mental hold that all of this had on Lou. And I see how hard she contributed to that relationship, but also to the brand of Tay and Lou as a whole.
Said that, well, she posed a question. Why does my healing have to start with her hurt? Well, I have a question for all of you guys, and for Tay, if you're watching this as well. Why did your healing have to start with my defamation and my humiliation after 3 months of no contact? And after the last text message that you sent me was in great spirits.
Wait, what happened here?
Message.
It said I misspoke once again. It was 2 months to the date we last spoke. February 4th, 2023. She dropped those awful videos you guys saw on April 4th, 2023.
3 months defamation. The text messages before those 3 months were you begging me to do a video, you begging to do things with me. Text message after text message after text message. So much so that I even have to try to put it into perspective for you, which is not new to me. I asked you for some respect of my time, but because I wasn't replying to you right back, you threw a fit like you usually do. So that's my question. Your healing started with my humiliation and my defamation. Why? Why was that appropriate? But what I'm doing to pick up the pieces of this storm that you created, I'm bullying. I'm harassing you per the email that was sent to me. I can't let you guys lose perspective of how all this started and the fact that she brought all of this to the internet.
That's
I
true.
would have never burdened you guys with such horrific details. This is my burden to bear. Never in my life would I have brought this to the internet. We had 3 months of no contact, and before those 3 months started, she was cool with me. She wanted to work with me still. But after I started Just Lou and started doing it on my own, I literally posted 2 videos on Just Lou. You decide to do a digital drive-by on me.
Very true.
On my daughter, on my family, on my friends. Because it wasn't just me who was affected by this.
That was a lot.
Solely because I was making it without you, and you cannot control me any longer. And you still can't, and you will not silence me. I am reclaiming my life. I'm reclaiming my brand. If you support me, thank you. If you need some time to think about it, respect. But to those who understand what I'm saying right now at this current moment, I couldn't be more grateful. Yet again, my personality, you guys see, I present myself on the internet very reserved. That's the way I like to be received on the internet, and that's my right. All of this is out of my nature, and I hope that you guys give me some grace with knowing that about me. But you guys have seen that over the 5 years on the YouTube.
I was going to say, Lou has always been very regal.
Because Taylane's main ammo in this situation were those...
Can I just bring a little comic relief? That the camera angle, it don't keep changing, but the lighting keep changing. Lou, did you film this all damn day, girl?
videos that she showed you guys. The videos that will come after this one will be human accounts that will speak to her character with them.
There's more?
To my character, and give you guys an outside voice other than my own. They have taken trips together. They have been in each other's homes. These are family members.
I say, who is they?
These are close acquaintances and best friends. And this is what the next few videos will be. And I feel like it's only right that I do this, because at the end of the day, you guys, it's not fair for anyone to tell me I should just leave it alone now that she's taken down Tay and Lou, when what's still left is my character in shambles. I'm trying to pick these pieces up so that I can move forward, so that I can restore you guys' faith in who I am. So I have to bring these human accounts on here because I don't have videos. Everyone deserves the right to defend themselves after they've been slandered, dragged through the mud. And just as much as the internet is Tayleen's job, the internet is mine as well. And
Agreed.
my job has been affected.
Agreed.
My income has been affected.
Agreed.
It was doing very, very good until she came onto the internet and accused me of being an alcoholic, abusive person. Never abused her, intoxicated or not. There was no abuse present on my behalf in that relationship. On Tay's behalf, there was physical, mental, financial, and animal abuse.
Animal?
Council will attest to that. I want to say thank you to everyone who took the
What
time
she
to
mean
watch
by
this
that?
video. Thank you also for the support. I hate that I have to garner sympathy and support in this way, but thank you. Thank you for listening to me. Please subscribe here to my YouTube because there will be more videos. Follow me on TikTok, on all platforms if you care to do so.
Okay, the video ain't over yet. She finna do that 8-minute thing where the
Taylor
video just lasts forever.
I'm scared to contact you.
Wait, what she say?
I met Taylor when I was 28.
I'm scared to contact you about anything. I need you to understand that.
Now she clipping stuff together.
As traumatic as
If y'all haven't seen, this is the clip from Tay's recent TikToks of dressing why she immediately deleted the Tay and Lou channel. Let's just say that.
situation that we went through was, you don't think that in the back of my head, everything you do is to hurt me?
Okay, it says, this is our last correspondence before zero contact. I am the blue and Tay is the black. As you see, she was trying her hardest to communicate with me, overly reaching out to me. If you pause and read, her last text to me states her real feelings towards me, not this fake, fearful one she's trying to perpetrate. Please read. The last thing I heard from Tay before she randomly broke no contact after 3 months was that she was sorry that our personalities were unable to maintain a friendship together. Not that she was scared or felt abused, that she was sad to continue her journey without me, but that she thinks of me often. Not that she was fearful, threatened, or abused. Those were her last texts. Then boom, 3 months later, with no contact, she gets onto the internet and is all of a sudden afraid of me. SMH, please read.
Over tomorrow.
Okay, I'm about to say.
Hey, do you
This
want
is what
to
we
do a
already
Haitian
reacted to.
mukbang? Oh, that so.
Let's see.
What?
Rest of our relationship.
Cash up. You sure you were? Nothing more, nothing less. I don't.
Okay, cool. So, first of all, clap it up. I'm giving that round of applause for Lou speaking her truth, no matter how long it took, how long it takes. Because like she said, there's more to come. I'm interested to see what else she has to say, because I can't lie, this did give some extra context. It was more of her reiterating what I personally already felt she was trying to say before. But the added video, I ain't gonna lie, it helps her case, unfortunately, for public opinion, in the court of public opinion, right? Tay has already showed us evidence after evidence after evidence of when Lou wasn't at her best. So to see Tay in an equally shared light, it shows that both parties were equally at fault. And I think when it's all said and done, that's probably all we're going to get out of this, is both people having to be held accountable. And I think, again, that is Lou's biggest issue, how she's been conveyed as the sole aggressor of the downfall of Tay and Lou, and how unfair that is. This was a lengthy video. I hope y'all enjoyed my reaction. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here so I can get this out to you guys. Let's keep the conversation going below, and let's try to be as nice as possible to both parties, because this isn't anything to play with. These are people's real lives. Of course, I get on here, give my commentary, because this is a career path that I've chose to approach, again, in my journalistic duties of sorts. And one of the things that, again, I didn't want to overly talk about, one, because I respected them as a couple in the LGBTQIA plus community and in the mukbang community. And it was sad to see it come to this point as it really played out last year. Like Lou said, I was one of those people who watched their breakup video 1 and 2 and was like, damn, that's sad, but still, okay, we get it. Just for a few months to go by, Lou create her new channel, and then boom, all of this happened. So I didn't want to overly touch on it, but here we are. And I feel it's only right, like I said, that Lou is able to do what she feels she needs to do to move on and to get her career back on track. Because like I said earlier, Tay's career seemingly is doing very well on TikTok. At least I don't see her overly posting on YouTube these days, but her TikTok career, she still has TTG in her corner. And I don't feel that Lou was given enough credit to still garner that support. Like, I don't know if you guys seen what's going on with Steph and Tasha, but another mukbang LGBTQIA couple that I've also watched and is a part of the YouTube's community, they're no longer together right now, but they're still doing videos together. And I've seen a lot of comments that say we'll still support you guys together and individually. And that said, I just don't feel like Lou has gotten her fair chance to really be seen in a positive light, to just do her own thing. And I feel she deserves that. Y'all let me know if y'all disagree, if you agree. We're going to keep the conversations going in the comments below. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in with me. And if you enjoyed this video, you're probably going to like this one as well. See you next time. Peace.